Hi guys, today's video that I'm making is going to pertain to all natural things that you can do at home with mainly stuff in your cabinets, maybe your bathroom, and if not, you can get them. Some of them you can get at your local metaphysical store, and some you may already have or can order online. So let's get started. Welcome to my channel. I talk about the tarot. I also talk about all natural things, magic, how to clear your home of negative energies, maybe try to help rid yourself of some depression, getting over and healing from tragedy and different things that happen in our lives. I'm going to be making videos about more videos pertaining to these things. The other day I made one about how you can use an avocado to clean your face and tighten your pores, give a more youthful appearance. Today I'm going to go into my recipe book, and I'm going to show you some, or explain to you and give you some ingredients for some of the face washes I have made, used, and work great. Okay, so for one type of organic face wash, you can mix a half a cup of coconut oil, melted, 2 tablespoons of raw honey, and 5 drops of lavender oil. Okay? All you're going to want to do is you melt the coconut oil, okay? You add the tablespoons of raw honey, you mix it all together, and you put your 5 drops of lavender oil. If you're sensitive, you have sensitive skin, and you want to put a couple drops less, you can. But, you know, the coconut oil and the honey and everything mix together pretty well, and it's a pretty good dilution. So, afterwards, too, I buy, like, little bottles of rose water, and you can use that as an astringent to tighten and tone your face after you're done cleansing, by the way. So I'm just going to give you a couple of my recipes, and maybe you can switch it up, mix them around. You can always look this stuff up on the internet. There's a wealth of information on there. This is a beeswax face cream that I made. Turned out very well. It was a cup of olive oil, a half a cup of coconut oil, melted again because it's easier to mix, a half a cup of beeswax beads, okay, or you can buy the bars like I do and shred them. Okay, half a teaspoon of vitamin E oil, or, what did I put here? 20 drops essential oil. You can use both, okay? You're basically just combining the ingredients, mixing them together, and you put them in like a glass jar or a container, and you want to put them in a pan of water on the stove, okay? You got to make sure that when you set the glass jar or container in the water that it goes up the sides of the glass, okay? So everything melts properly and mixes properly. You're going to want to turn the stove on low. You stir until it's melted. You let it cool off to the side on the counter, okay? Or you can put it in the fridge. Keep stirring it while it's cooling. And once it's at room temperature, then you want to add either your vitamin E or your essential oil. If you really want to use both, you can. But these are just, you know, I wanted to give you a couple of these because they're real easy to make and they feel great. This one's a face cream. The first one I read to you was an organic face wash, okay? I have another one here that's coconut oil, beeswax, and jojoba oil, which is a face cream, which you're just whipping up the coconut oil, adding the jojoba oil. You have to melt and add your beeswax, which, you know, in this one, I used 1 cup of coconut oil, half a cup of jojoba oil, 1 to 2 teaspoons of melted beeswax, and 5 to 8 drops of essential oil. And it's of your choice, okay? I'll usually use lavender, but you can use frankincense, bergamot, whatever you want, okay? Also, oh, here's a good one. This one's excellent. Most people would like this one. This is a homemade anti-aging face cream. Okay. It's 6 ingredients. Just 6 ingredients, guys. Okay. It's a 1/4 cup of almond oil, 2 tablespoons of coconut oil, melt, 2 tablespoons of beeswax, half a teaspoon of vitamin oil, 1 teaspoon of shea butter, okay? And then it's optional if you want to add the essential oils, okay? You're going to place all the ingredients in a glass bowl or jar without a lid. I used 5 drops in a pot of water. That's lavender simmering. Let it sit till ingredients melt. Stirring occasionally. Once melted, pour into small glass jar. Let sit at room temp until the cream hardens. Then close the jar and store. I mean, real easy. And it is a little bit greasy because of the, between the almond oil, the coconut oil, the vitamin E oils, the shea butter. It can be a little greasy. So when you use it, when I make this, it lasts me a long time. It stays pretty good, like, to where you can still use it. It's not all gunky. But you want to use very little. Very little goes a long way. Okay? I have a lot of recipes in here. I'm not going to read them all because there's just too many. But I have face washes, face scrubs, face creams. I'm going to do some of that stuff a little bit later. I am going to give you one more recipe, though. And this is not for a face wash. This is for an elderberry tea. Okay, now I make this cold and I make it hot. Now, let me show you real quick on my little cabinet of ibs. Where are my elderberries? Okay. So I put all my herbs in little jars like this. Some of them have spoons. Some of them are tall jars with different lids. I have so many different kinds. But this one has a nice little seal on it. Okay. These are elderberries, which are black, and I have in a black jar. So hang on. I'm going to put some in my hand so that you can see them. Okay. I want you to see these. I know it's kind of dark in here, guys, here. They're very tiny. Okay. And when you put these in water to make a tea, the water is going to turn like a dark purple. Okay. Almost like a raspberry juice. And they have a sweet taste. Oh, elderberry. If you use it for magic, like let's say you're going to burn it like a potpourri in a room for a purpose, okay? It's good for exorcism, protection, healing, prosperity, sleep, okay? To bless a person, place, or thing. If you're using it for medicinal purposes, and this is what I wanted to tell you before I tell you how to make the tea, guys, okay? So for medicinal, it works as an anti-inflammatory. It rids fevers. It treats cold and flu. It boosts your immune system. It can work as a laxative. It's a blood purifier, and it treats kidney stones. So this is, once again, this is not something that, like I'm saying, replace your medical practitioner or anything of that nature. No, not at all. This is just something to use as an alternative method in the meantime until you can get over to your local doctor or whatever. But what I do, elderberry tea, 1 1/4 cups of water, 2 to 3 teaspoons of dried elderberry, okay? And here's what you're going to do. You take the water and you put it in the bottom of your pot, okay? You add your 2 to 3 tablespoons of dried elderberry into the water in the pot. I put 1 cinnamon stick. It depends. It's optional. You can put cinnamon or ginger in it. I usually put 1 cinnamon stick. For this recipe that I'm giving you, do not put more than 1 cinnamon stick. As a matter of fact, you might want to use a half, unless you love cinnamon. Because the cinnamon, elderberries are sweet. And when you add the cinnamon, it gives just the right kind of like taste. But if you add too much cinnamon, it will swallow up the sweetness of the elderberry. So, you place the berries in the water and your cinnamon in a pot. You bring the water to a boil. You reduce the heat and cover the pot. Simmer for 20 minutes. Strain out the berries. Now, this will make you, I would say, about a half gallon. But what I do is it's going to give me, I'm not exactly sure how many ounces it works out to. Okay, maybe it's more like, like a quart or something. I add the rest purified water. Okay, because water is excellent for you. And you want to add some water to dilute some of the elderberry and the cinnamon. So I do that, and I get about a half gallon. After I do that, I add ice cubes and I stick it in the fridge. Now, I drink it cold. If I feel like having a hot cup of tea, I pour it into a coffee cup and I pop it in the microwave and I heat it up. So you can have it either way. It works just as good for you. Okay? So there's a couple ways that I wanted to show you that you can make some all-natural things at home. The ingredients are very cheap. I will be doing more videos like this. If you like it, please like and subscribe to my channel. I feel that I want to share this information with you because, especially if you're part of the spiritual community or you're new to the spiritual community, there are a lot of things that you can find out on the internet, but there are things that people don't share. And I think that there should be more of that to go around because for those of you who are young and just starting out and you really want to get into something like, all natural remedies or learning about the tarot or how to cleanse your home and you're just becoming a little witch, you want to learn all this stuff, my channel is going to be the place to do it because I'm telling you, I don't mind sharing this stuff and letting you guys know some things you can do to protect yourself, some things you can do to clear your home of negativity, some things you can do to help get rid of depression or help you and the people in your house sleep. So these are things and experiences that I have had. I would not make these videos pertaining to the things that I'm giving you, whether it be recipes, masks, or whatever, unless I had tried them myself. I try these all out myself. I use them for a while. And then this is almost like me reviewing the tarot for you. I'm going to give you a review of the things that I've done, let you into some of my logs in the witch's cupboard, and tell you about things that you can use at home to naturally treat your skin, boost your immune system, or what have you. Okay? There's going to be more of these videos to come, guys. So everybody needs to share so we can all enjoy and reap the benefits. Okay, thank you very much, guys. If you like my videos, hit like and subscribe. And if you do and you want me to do more of these videos, let me know what you would like me to do a video about. Type in the comments below. Thank you, guys, and have a great night. Love you all.